This is World Wrestling Federation Superstars, August the 1st, 1992. So the opening match was former World Wrestling Federation Tag Team Champions Brian Knobbs, Jerry Sags, the Nasty Boys. They took on Kerry Davis and Ross Greenberg, and the Nasty Boys won when Jerry Sags hit the flying elbow drop from the top rope. Your next match was Mike Sharp versus the reigning World Wrestling Federation Intercontinental Champion Bret the Hitman Hart. Bret won with the sharpshooter. Most of the match was them hyping up the Intercontinental title match at Summerslam between Bret and Davey Boy. Your next match was the model Rick Martel against Bill Pierce. Martel won this with the Boston Crab. After the match, he decided it would be hilarious if he would drop his elbow in the back of young Mr. Pierce. Bit harsh, I thought. They were talking about Rick and Sean meeting at SummerSlam. Weird, but okay, there we are. The next interview segment was Paul Bearer saying that with The Undertaker and saying how much it would cost for them to get a permit to carry Kamala's body to Uganda after their match at SummerSlam. Yep. Casual murder there, ladies and gentlemen, on with the World Wrestling Federation. And The Undertaker then said that because Kamala had said that they would be feeding on them as dinner. So The Undertaker said, well, if that's the case, the only dinner that will be had will be the carcasses of Kamala, and you will rest in peace. The next match was Tony Roy, and he took on the equally mentalist, that is Papa Shango. Papa Shango won with the shoulder breaker, a 1, 2, 3. Ladies and gentlemen, he is crazy, he is warped, and he is a sicko. Before sickos were apparently cool by someone. It's not cool to be called a sicko, let's be honest. And then the main in-ring event of the evening was Flex Armstrong, yes, that was his name, and his partner Richie Rich, and they took on former World Wrestling Federation Tag Team Champions, the Legion of Doom. And obviously Legion of Doom won with the Doomsday device from the top rope. 1, 2, 3. So lots of matches were announced on this show for SummerSlam. We've already talked about the Intercontinental title. Randy Savage will put the World Wrestling Federation Championship on the line against the Ultimate Warrior. The Tag Team Champions, Earthquake and Typhoon, will defend the tag team titles against the Beverly Brothers. Shawn Michaels and Rick Martel, as I've said. Undertaker and Kamala, as I've said. Nails will take on Virgil. And the Legion of Doom will take on Money Incorporated. So the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase, and IRS. Now, I did an interview segment at the end. They said we might not have the belts anymore. We were robbed, but that's another story. And then IRS said, well, Mr. DiBiase, the Legion of Doom have forgotten that we've already beaten them once, and we'll show at SummerSlam we can beat them again. At which Ted went, That was your World Wrestling Federation Superstars, August the 1st, 1992. I'm Will Nitro. You're the viewership of this green and pleasant land. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for being on the other side of this very screen, keeping me going, keeping me sane, keeping me clinging, walking to what is ultimately going to be my championship reign. And that, of course, I don't know what that is, but who knows? I know where I want to be, but it's hard work to get there. But yes, thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting me over the last few years. We'll do this together. We'll do this together. Yeah. Come on, ladies and gentlemen. I will see you all ringside. But until then, I'll leave you with this closing thought. If the man in the mirror isn't what you think, then you need to change it. And change is always good, whether that be good, whether that be bad. But just remember, the change is down to not them, not those, but you. You and you alone can only change anything. This is Nitro, signing out. See you ringside.